Hey everybody, I'm Evan, and this has been an incredibly busy month, so I didn't really have time for my usual segment, so we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to look back at my top 10 games that I anticipated for the year of 2024. Did I get those games? Did I play them yet? Are they fun? Well, let's finish up our tea here and get started. Okay, so my number 10 anticipated game for 2024 was a game called Botany. This was a game I obviously received. We only ended up playing this one time this past year. It's a beautifully produced game, but I don't know how well play-tested this game was. It feels long. It feels unbalanced. But there were like some like really fun, like weird, strange event cards, and that was the most fun about this game, where you're just kind of going around and getting plants, bringing them back to your house or whatever. It was fun. I'd play it again. Didn't love it, but I liked it well enough. My number 9 was Harrow County. See, look at this. I even got like the fancy one in the little satchel. This is a great game. I played this. This is one of my most played games of 2024. I was playing this remotely with my friend Liz from Long Distance Gamers, and I played this in person a bunch of times, and I had a really good time with that one this year. I can't believe it was so low on the list because of how good I think this one is. All right, my number 8 is this game right here called Beverage. This is maybe one of the games you haven't heard of. This is an interesting sort of like it's a worker placement game where in a market like not manipulation game, but like trying to control the market sort of game, I guess, where there's been a stadium being built in the city, and you have to kind of like contribute funds to help it get built. And then obviously whoever contributes the most, I think, gets the stadium named after their beverage company. There's a weird, tricky sort of thing with this game that how the money works. It kind of goes into this blind box as some goes in. Most of it goes in there during the portion of the game, and then you kind of have to start the following round. Almost like guessing how much is in there. So if you can keep track of where the money is coming from and how much is going in there, you'll do better at this game, because that's what Grayson did. And I can't keep track of all the money that's flowing around. He could. He was keeping track of it in his head, and he wrecked us at this game. It was fun though, and I think it does a lot with not really a lot of components. So it's good. My number 7 is this game right here. Biohack. This game is also a whole lot of fun. I really like the cyberpunky theme, where you're like gathering this weird DNA and then creating like these odd like monsters, like either mythological or like weird like hybrid monsters. But the worker placement in this game is super like interesting, where you are simultaneously selecting where you're going to go, and the more people go to spots, increases the value of it based on who pulls it off of that spot first, and then moves your worker to the other half of the board where there's more worker placement over there. This game is great. I had a fantastic time with this one. Highly recommended. Great purchase. My number 6, oh boy, is Divinus, and I got this huge box here. This game was pretty good. I liked it. I didn't love it. It's a campaign legacy sort of tiling, gods versus gods sort of game. I ended up liking it less as the campaign went along. I think the core game is pretty good, where you're laying tiles and just trying to score points based on different like conditions. But the legacy and the campaign elements didn't really change the game that much over the course of like 12 games. So it kind of felt a little bit like you were playing the same game every time. There wasn't enough variation as far as like that stuff goes. It was fun. I enjoyed it. I probably didn't need all of this stuff. My number 5 here is this game here called Chucky. I kind of had high hopes for this one, as I do enjoy the movies and the TV show. I was hoping for sort of a deduction game where you're trying to deduce, you know, like where Chucky's going to strike next and all that stuff. And it's probably more of a deduction themed game than an actual deduction game as far as mechanisms, but it's pretty light with like the dice rolling and like, but then there's like these cards where you make decisions on them and the story gets kind of fun. So I still really enjoyed it. Just maybe a little bit lower than I would have expected, but it's still cool. I still really enjoyed it. My number 4 here is a game that we've been waiting, I don't know, like 15 years for, and that's Tales of the Arthurian Knights. We did get a chance to play this one, and it is a lot of fun. They streamlined a lot of the things from Tales of the Arabian Nights, so it feels a little bit more like a cohesive story that's happening, and maybe it's a little less wacky than the other one, so I think both have a place in my collection. This one, if you're looking for a less random sort of story, and then Arabian Nights if you're looking for just a weird like adventure that makes no sense and you have no control over. So there's a little bit more in this one, but I like it. It was good. My number 3 was Let's Go to Japan. This is another one that is a whole lot of fun. I played this many times this year, and I had a fun time every time. It's something about like drafting and then planning a vacation is just a whole lot of fun. I do wish maybe there was a little more variety in the cards. Like it could use an expansion or just more cards really for like more activities to do, because it's really fun like doing these things and then taking the trip and explaining the trip at the end of the day. Good times. I really enjoyed it. My number 2 is Clank Legacy 2. As you can see, this one is still sealed. We have not played this yet. From what I understand, it is a long game. The first season had very long games too. Looking forward to playing this. We just have to kind of carve out the time to, set a schedules that we can, as a family, go through this one. All right, and my number 1 is this game right here, Atlas Lost. This is a futuristic, after the AI has taken over and then the AI fell, and so you're rebuilding civilization. The theme kind of doesn't matter. It is a building like a tech tree type game, which is probably the first time I've ever played a game like this. So I played it a few times this year, and I feel like I don't quite get it yet. As in, like, get how to do well. I kind of want to do a lot of everything, and I think you kind of need to focus on one particular, like, scoring path or, like, strategic path, because there are a lot of options for things, but it is a beautifully produced game. The art is really cool, and it was fun to play. I just don't know where it would fall in how much I like it quite yet. I need to explore it more. Oh boy, well, that was my top 10 anticipated games for the year of 2024. Would you look at that? They all showed up, and I played all but one of them, and for the most part, I had a good time with all of them. So I think that was a successful year of gaming. Well, I guess that wraps it up for this month. Will I be back to my normal type of video next month? I don't know. We'll see how that goes. But thanks for watching, and enjoy the rest of your tea. Bye, everybody.